Hey guys, gonna do a video here. This is gonna be another POV sort of thing. I'll basically be in Goodwill showing you some tables that come out and my cart as it fills up. I did get a full cart this time around. It was pretty great. A lot of really good stuff. A few things that I've never seen before. And then basically a bunch of vintage t-shirts, a couple of them that happen to be pretty good. I'll start off this video though by telling you a few things that sold, a couple update ones, I think, kind of sorta. The cast iron Japanese pagoda lantern, uh, garden light type thing, that sold for $55. I'll put a comp right here. The Givenchy perfume set, that was a pretty good one. Everybody walked past it. No one grabbed it. I grabbed it. That sold for $95. And then here's a pair of black Carhartt double knees that sold for $65, which is pretty good. It was a pretty good size, I guess. And then the last sale I'm going to show you here is a Polaris cargo box that I just picked up a couple days ago. I paid $5 for it because it was like a cooler type storage thing. So they didn't charge me weight. They gave me just a cost, an actual price for it, which was $5. Sold it for $100 just now. I just got back from dropping it off. I'm about to go in and get my shipping and go drop it off. But the rest of this video is everything I got at Goodwill today. It's Monday. It was a great day. I think there's hundreds of dollars in profit here. And there's a few random, rare things. One in particular pays for my whole cart, and then there's profit on top of it. So yeah, stay tuned. If you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I want to grow my subscribers. And I will see you on the other side. Okay, here's what I have after the first half hour. Running around, no rotations, just going to tables. I got a Nerf mace. Those usually sell for about $20. I usually build up a few of them and sell them all together for as much as I can. Then I got some vintage coasters there, Budweiser, some Godzilla something. I don't know if it's napkins or what, but something Godzilla that looked cool. And then a little bag of Playmobil figures that I usually get a bunch of them and lot them up. I usually sell them for $1 a piece. I lot them up at about 100 and sell them for about 100. So this next frame here, I didn't get a good rollout of the cart, but I decided to slow it down so that it could show. This thing looked like garbage when it came out. Everybody walked away from it, and I ended up centering myself in the middle of it because all the spots were taken. So I centered myself, and then once it was time to start grabbing, I felt this thick pile of t-shirts. And as soon as I grabbed that and started moving more stuff, I just found more and more and more t-shirts. So this ends up being probably the bulk of what I find today, the best stuff. And I'll show that footage of me going through those after a little bit here. After a couple more rotations, I end up setting my stuff aside, folding it up, and stacking it up to be able to show it. And then at this point, I have a bunch of t-shirts in my, a pile of clothes. Actually, my cart is full of clothes that I haven't gone through yet. And the rest of these tables end up starting to actually look like garbage. No one's getting anything good, and they're just rolling out. So I end up thinking maybe I'll go over and try to get some hard goods. Meanwhile, I go through, you can see as they're just piled in there, there's really nothing that's gone through yet, folded and stuff. Oh no, I do have them folded. So this is in between clothing bins and hard good bins. And I'm showing that there's just a whole bunch of them. I haven't gone through yet to see exactly which ones I want to keep, but I know there's a few good ones in there, and I end up showing those a little bit later right here. So right here, I start to have my pile. I've got a pair of Carhartts down here. Carhartt overalls, a Patagonia shirt, and then a sweatshirt, a college sweatshirt. I don't remember the name of the college, but here's the t-shirts. Some wrestling, vintage Lotto t-shirts, some Iron Maiden. Most of these start off being probably $10 each. That's a Digimon, I think it is. I gotta look up. That might be a really good one. A band tee, Maverick, I don't know the band. Cyclones, looks like a shirt for t-shirt, but most of these end up looking like 10, 20. Now we're starting to get into $20 tees. That's probably only a 10 there. But just over and over, that's a vintage Guinness single stitch. Bob Seger 78, looks like about $50. Ben and Jerry's tie-dye, looks like about 50. And then 3 really decent made in USA Harley Davidsons. Some random band I don't know. I think that one's a Fear Factor t-shirt and a pair of double knees. So you can see the cart really starts to pile up. Here's the next rotation. I got a Weezer t-shirt and 3 hats. That middle hat is a vintage Kenworth. Looks like it's going for $20, $30. I haven't looked anything else up. This Hello Kitty, I think, is like some Y2K, maybe $30. There was a Snap-on windbreaker. Nobody wanted it. It looks like it's worth about $30. I decided to grab it. So after getting pretty excited about quite a bit of stuff, there does come a dry spell where there's a lot of stuff coming out, but nothing that jumps out at me as being worth money. So these next few rotations, nothing rolls in front of me that I can see. Maybe, a couple of these have something in them, but they don't roll in front of me. So I end up going a pretty good stretch of table after table with nothing rolling in front of me. I do walk around a little bit and I'm able to grab a couple of things, but nothing that rolled right to me. And then this next shot shows a couple of things, new things added to the top of my pile. At this point, basically, I'm running around with almost a full cart of stuff, which is nice. It's fun to know that I have money in my cart while all of these tables are rolling out in front of me with nothing for me. So this next shot starts off with stuff we've already seen. I might have gone through this and got rid of a couple of things, but this is just me putting some of the stuff back in there that I think there's a couple new things. Yeah, a couple Cabela's like neck warmer type things, gator type things, and then a pretty cool vintage sweatshirt. These, and then a LL Bean women's shirt. These are things that rolled out in front of other people, but they didn't particularly want them, so I grabbed them. Got another denim American Eagle. Then I got this little piece of art. Then I got another piece of art that I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I did not end up getting those. At this point, I'm kind of grabbing stuff to make sure I have enough weight. And then at the end of the day, I did end up throwing some of this stuff back. Those 2 sweaters those got thrown back, and those 2 pieces. So then at this point, I'm starting to get kind of tired, kind of bored. I've been here for, I believe, 5 hours, and I'm ready to go. I know I have good stuff in my cart, and these last couple of tables come out and are boring to me, so I decide to leave. This is me heading out to the car. It looks like I did end up getting that artwork. Now that I'm out at the car, I realize, yeah, I did get it. Got the sweatshirt. Now right here, I got a couple of weights to hold a tarp down in the side yard. I'm just gonna reverse engineer this until I get to the last thing it looks like I did not film. That is the most valuable thing in the cart. These guys you've already seen, sweatshirt, LL Bean. Then I got this big bag of, this is one of the last things I got, big bag of Bratz dolls, vintage Bratz dolls. There's probably 6 dolls and accessories, clothes and shoes in there. They're in really good shape. And then there's probably 5 or 6 little mini dolls that I actually have never seen before, and I do not know the value of. I know the bigger ones I can get about $5 each, but those little ones, I've never seen those before, so I don't know if they're good or bad. And then just a couple of things. There's a little Robotech toy that I like. There's those gators that, I guess they're not gators, just like little neck warmers, whatever. I got a big bag of Legos for Lucas, so those will be fun to go through. And then, let's see here. Am I going to grab it right now? No? Got a couple of books for Tula. I don't know if she has them. She has a lot of those. There it is right there. This is a vintage She-Ra, Princess of Power kite. There's one listed right now for $116. I paid about $50 for my cart. So if I can get over $100 for this kite, which it looks like I can, I'll be well into the profit and then have all of this other stuff to sell. So that's pretty cool. So there it is, all stacked in the trunk. You can really see how many t-shirts are there. There's probably $400 to $500 in profit here after I get my $50 back. Almost guaranteed. Very good. A very good day. Anyways, if you like this kind of thing and you made it this far, let me say thank you. And if you don't mind, like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.